Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, here we are. We're at New Year's, and I got a special day for you. Look who we got here. We got Lady Angela. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
There you go. It's so good to see you. You know, Lady Angela is such a special person. She has a wonderful shop that all of you've got to go to. It's called RareWiccaSpells.com. And Lady Angela sells all sort of wonderful stuff. And if you know, at this new year, you want to think about getting your spiritual life going because spiritual power is where it's at. Lady Angela, will you tell us a little bit about Rare Wicca Spells?
Oh, we have everything for the mystical or metaphysical, the new age, the pagan, the witchcraft, all kinds of supplies. We have crystals, we have jewelry, we have ritual supplies, we have books of shadows, all kinds of stuff there.
I love it. You know, you got some beautiful crystals there. Why don't you tell us about those?
Well, I was getting prepared to be hearing these 2017 predictions from you, so I have some of my special crystal balls up here. Some of them that I sell on my website, but also some of my personal collection here. Getting ready for my predictions to come through from you, Psychic
All
Bob.
right. Well, you know, I think this is beautiful because crystals really help raise the vibration. And, you know, I think this year, you know, I'm calling 2017 the year of light.
That's awesome.
That's right, the year of light. So, anyways, you know, a birdie's telling me that you've been wanting to ask Psyche Bob some questions, and I'm glad to answer them. So, what did you want to ask me?
Well, Psychic Bob, many people have had challenging economic situations in the past few years. Do you see any changes in 2017?
Yeah. Well, you know, first of all, literally from January forward, we're going to start seeing improvement in the economy. The first quarter is going to show a strong upkeep in confidence in the economy. As we get into the second quarter of this year, this is where we're going to see tangible, literal results. Jobs are going to start to come back. And you know, I tell you, I know a lot of people are not feeling Trump yet. They're a little fearful. But just watch as we get into the second quarter of this year, we're going to see a lot of you know, jobs returning to this country. We're going to see a lot more liquidity in finances. So companies are going to have more money, which means more jobs. There's going to be improved salaries and a lot more, you know, fluidity with cash flow. And I think 2017 is going to be the great year where we see America starting really to rebuild. Now, realistically, it's going to take a few years, but this year is a year we're going to see the jump start of a trend that I really see continuing over the next 5 to 10 years of America really getting stronger.
That is great news. I know I can't wait to see that happen. A lot of people are real fearful of Donald Trump taking office. Do you see anything around his transition to Trump White House?
Yeah. Well, you know, first of all, I want to tell everybody don't be afraid. I know there's a lot of bravado and people are talking this and that, but really, Trump is going to end up being one of the great factors in healing the nation. And I know people don't believe it yet, but time will prove me right. You know, the thing that I'm most concerned about is I feel that, you know, during this year, he needs to be particularly careful. I keep feeling in the first quarter of this year is the time of his greatest danger. I feel there may be an attempt on his life through a radical student group or like a younger person. And I feel this first quarter they want to be very careful, particularly in regards to Trump's security in relation to student groups that may have a radical element to them. But you know what? I think what we're going to see is Trump is going to bring balance to the nation, and he's going to be a bridge builder. So I want everybody to watch because right now they're looking at Trump as the divider, but really he's the bridge builder. And if we can step out of the way and let him build some bridges, we're going to see the nation come together. I do see improvement with Russian relations, And interestingly, with Chinese relations, now I know a lot of people are saying Trump's going to start a big economic war. He's really not. He's trying to stir things up to get people to the negotiating table. And if we'll let him negotiate, I think we'll all be very pleased and surprised at how he starts to get things rolling in a positive direction for the country.
I agree with you. That's wonderful news too. Are there going to be any major natural disasters that we should watch out for?
You know, I'm very concerned about Chile. The country of Chile and South America, they had an earthquake recently. And I have to say it, I hate to say it, but I feel that's a tremor compared to what's coming. I see this year, it'll probably be around June that there's going to be another major activity there, some major seismic activity. I also want to watch Mexico, particularly Mexico City, the capital region of Mexico. I feel there will be a devastating earthquake there this year as well. So these are the two red zones, the danger zones I want to keep an eye on, okay? Now, also as we go into the summer, I'm a little concerned about Japan. I feel there may be some seismic activity there, and sad to say, a tsunami coming to Japan. So this summer is going to be a kind of a challenging time regarding earthquakes and seismic activity. And I also see later around August or September, upstate New York. This is an area we want to watch, upstate New York. Now, I see it in an area where there's not a lot of population, so the New York earthquake won't be devastating to many people, but it will be an event that will be noted on seismologist charts.
Wow.
But, yeah, that's what I'm seeing of the major hotspots for 2017.
What's going to happen on the UFO alien disclosure front? Will there be any revelations that we are not alone in the universe in 2017?
Yeah, I keep seeing in the late spring, early summer, they're going to have a full-scale disclosure of Atlantis. Now, Atlantis, as you and I know, a lot of mystics are saying, but it's true, it was an ancient continent and it is sunk. It is off the eastern seaboard of the United States. Scientists are going to be doing excavation and really discover, not only was there an ancient civilization, but they're going to discover stargates that are there, that are literally portals that are opening dimensional doors to cross galaxies. Because, see, the Atlanteans worked with aliens. And this is going to be a major evidence to prove that there have been previous alien contacts. And so this year, that's going to be a big revelation. Now, initially, the scientists will come out and say, we found some strange structures. And when you hear that, what they're saying is they found stargates, star portals. So I see that this, late spring, early summer as well. And I also want to watch the United Kingdom. I get at the end of August large-scale sightings of UFOs covering the entire length of the United Kingdom. There's going to be a lot more step up in UFO activity. I do believe that the British government will come out and have to say that we are recognizing this. It's like a flyover, literally. So that's going to be a big event this year. And also down in southern England, I'm being shown that there's going to be a number of crop circles that appear. And these aren't just going to be like pretty little circles. These are going to be like symbols that scientists will clearly recognize and message in. So the United Kingdom is going to be a big part in moving us forward also this year in UFO alien disclosure. Now, the full disclosure, I still feel is about a year to 2 years out, but we're going to start seeing major evidences this year. So absolutely.
Wow. That's a lot of major stuff coming up. The world is in shock. The world's in shock over so much, but especially over the recent string of celebrity deaths. I mean, George Michael, Carrie Fisher, and now Debbie Reynolds. Do you have any insight into this?
Well, I tell you, it is also shocking and sad. But what we have to remember is that the soul is eternal. All of these people have died, are living still. Now, I did a video recently on George Michael, I'll put the link below. And I explained about his death, so you want to see that video below, okay? And it'll be in the information box below. But he's still alive, he's well, he's visiting a lot of people. You know, it's interesting, when I was looking at Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds, what I was shown is that they actually have a soul contract. They came in to be protectors to each other. See, both of them had a previous life in the Victorian times, and they were sisters. Now, what's interesting is that Carrie Fisher was the big sister in that life, and Debbie Reynolds was the little sister. So in this life, the roles got reversed. And it's interesting because they had a number of conflicts throughout their life. Now, they loved each other dearly, but see, those conflicts are kind of carryovers from a previous life. And that soul contract, you know, their soul contract was that, you know, they will always be together and look after each other. So when Carrie left, on a deeper level, she may not consciously remember this, but Debbie Reynolds knew that she had to go to be with you. That was the agreement. Now, you and I are all shocked, and we're like, oh my God, you know. But really, on a soul level, it was all agreed to. So take hope in that it wasn't just tragedy, just random. These things are worked out on a higher plane and a higher level. And I can tell you that Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds are both in the light. And in fact, it was Eddie Fisher, her father, who greeted them and brought them over. Okay. Now, you know,
that's so cool.
Some other things I want to keep an eye on is I want to watch Shirley MacLaine this year. I'm getting stage show around her. I feel that she's going to be doing some Broadway appearances. I see her doing some plays. I also see her doing a revival of her own stage show and expanding it. And I do believe there'll be a tour for her later this year and going into 2018. It looks great around her. So she's going to be still reaching out, touching a lot of people, blessing a lot of people, you know. And I think that's going to be very well for her. You know, one of the people I really want to keep an eye on also this year, Kanye West. You know, he's been in the news recently talking about his nervous breakdown. But what we're going to hear around May is that he's going to come out with the real situation of what's going on around him. And it's going to be a shock to the whole world. I don't want to say it all right now, but I'll just hint at that the idea of an Illuminati conspiracy is not far-fetched. But
wow.
we'll hear more from him. He's going to take a big risk in coming out and revealing what he knows. I'm concerned about him and Kim's marriage. I don't know that it's going to survive this revelation. So we may be hearing of a divorce. But Kanye West is moving into a bigger role as he has a kind of a mission, a truth teller, and a revealer. So watch him. You'll see that coming out in him more and more this year, okay? On a brighter note also, you know who I'm going to be watching? Shannon Doherty. You know who Shannon Doherty is, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Remember from Charmed? Love her. Well, she's been battling breast cancer. And I see by May of this year her going into remission. And I do see healing. It's not her time to cross. And she's going to beat cancer. And she's going to be a big advocate for support for breast cancer and all types of cancer. Okay,
wow.
So that's going to be good. I'm not seeing any more major deaths right now. I think we've had enough. So let's all focus on life, okay?
Yeah.
But you know,
let's hope and pray.
2017's a big year. A lot of changes. There's a lot of, you know, I would say people right now want to focus on meditation and going within. You know, I really recommend all of you watching, you really need to stop to wear what you're supposed to. Get a crystal. Lady Angela, you can testify to it. The crystals help align all the energy. And, you know, going into this new year, we want to align our energy, don't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to drive out the negative and draw in the positive to you. We need that.
Absolutely. Anyways, those are some of my predictions for 2017. And, you know, I'm so honored that you took the time to join me today.
I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, we have such a good time, don't we? Well, you know, guys,
Oh,
also for
we do.
those of you who are watching, if you want to step up your spiritual game this year, you might want to also consider joining the Order of the Purple Cord. And Lady Angela, can you tell us about our group on Facebook?
Oh, we have a wonderful group over on Facebook. We have a page where you can find us on Facebook just by typing in Order the Purple Cord, and it'll give you the email, and we'll get you signed up and your official certificate out to you and get you added into our secret group page on Facebook. And boy, we have a lot of fun there. I'm telling you,
We certainly
it's not
do.
too big of a group. I mean, but it's great. It's a lot of friendships, and we find our brothers and sisters there. We really do. All of us, we have such a great time.
We really do. We're growing day by day, little by little. We're committed to spiritual growth. So as I
Oh
said,
yes.
2017 is the year of light. Focus on your soul growth. Get some crystals, get some spiritual supplies at rarewiccaspells.com. Check us out on Facebook.
And you tell them about their coupon, their Spirit Channel
Oh,
coupon.
yes, that's right. And if you go to Rare Wicca Special, you'll get 10% off your order. And if you type in Spirit Channel at the coupon code, you can get a 10% discount. So definitely check it out. Also, make sure to visit my website, robert-hickman.com. I have a number of books over there, and you can get a jump start on your spiritual lives by reading my books. I'm a published author. And we'll be having more on my books this year, but definitely go over, check it all out. Be part of our scene. We'd sure love you to be here. And visit Lady Angela's YouTube channel, which is Rare Wicca Spells, and definitely visit her and subscribe to my channel as well. So you got a lot of work to do. You know, I tell people, and you know, Lady Angela, I always say, if you're going to be on the spiritual path, you got to do your homework.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
so you got your homework. You need to research your crystals, research some books from my website, and get into being part of 2017. Well, guys, listen, thank you for being here. Lady Angela, thank you for being here. I love you guys.
Thank you for having.
Thank you. I send blessings to all of you. So hope you'll like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends. Let's get out the word about the work we do here. And if you can't, hit subscribe. Be part of our channel. We'll be back here in the coming days with more videos, so you keep it tuned here. All right. We'll see you guys. Blessings to you. Lady Angela, blessings to you, darling. Thank you so much. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Blessed be.